Sweed is unique, I think, by the way that we define success. We don't break everything down by revenue. We strive to establish long-term, long-standing relationships, trusting relationships. And so I'm really proud of the way that we approach those interactions, and I think that's truly what makes us unique, in addition to providing some phenomenal equipment.
Sweed manufactures everything 100% in the United States. We also operate a test facility here in Oregon. So not only are we designing and building the machines, we're running them every day. We also, being a U.S. manufacturer, we have the flexibility to build on demand or build specific for the customer's application. Sweed can jump in there and design something specific for the customer and also benefit from the experience we get running the test lab, understanding how materials change, how materials work, what works, what doesn't.
And certainly wire and cable is our specialty. Power transmission cable, all the way to a low yield communication wire, Christmas lights, extension cords, ACR, ASR, BX, tech cable, harness wire. We run the gamut basically in the industry with what you're going to see at a scrapyard.
A lot of our customers at Sweed call in, they're interested to learn more about wire recycling. They have wire, traditionally they've baled it and exported it. Now they want to get into processing. So we need to understand the types of material, the yields of each material. Most customers have multiple materials. They'll have a number 1 and number 2 wire and maybe some radiator material. So our challenge as Sweed is to design a system that works in multiple scenarios, whether it's wire half the week and then followed up with some radiator. If they're running number 1 and number 2, we design systems with the flexibility to change grades and ensure the most efficient operation and the purest material in products.
We all have some general commonalities in the way that we put a system together. So there's the pre-processors, the shredders, and the pre-choppers, and we granulate and we screen. So we all do a lot of things similarly. I think what makes us unique is the approach that we take to the equipment. I mean, we think about things like maintenance and the ease of getting into a machine and how you position something so that it's going to be easy to work on and save you time and save you money. And even from an R&D perspective, behind the scenes, we're constantly working on those kinds of efforts to improve the equipment, to try to separate ourselves even by an inch, because that's really the difference in this industry. I mean, any scrapper is going to tell you that every little penny counts. That means every minute counts and every second counts, and that's how we approach it. I mean, they're trying to maximize their profits, and we're trying to help them do that. We keep wear items on the shelf. We keep other consumables on the shelf too, to try to mitigate any lead time issues.
Sweed is a custom design manufacturing company. We build the equipment and the systems specific to the customer's needs. Sometimes a customer will approach us and they have an existing line, or they have an existing shredder or a processor or a piece of separation equipment. We're able to make a site visit, do an audit, understand what they have, what assets that we can leverage, and build something, upscale something to give them the reliability and the quality in products as per their specific needs.
We can get into an existing system and simply provide, let's say, upgraded equipment, or we're adding processors or replacing processors, whatever the case may be. And Sweed covers a wide range of volume. I mean, we start on the low end at roughly 500 pounds an hour, up to 10 ton an hour or more, 20,000 pounds an hour or more. We can put a system together to manage that type of material flow, and we can do it in a number of creative ways. A customer can expect to have what I would consider an unmatched experience in the industry. And again, I go back to our approach in general to the process. I mean, we seek to understand before we're ever understood. We're not just giving you a cookie cutter solution. So you can expect to have calibrated questions. I mean, we want to know what you're encountering when you're processing material, or what you think you'll encounter, what material you're going to get. All of the above is important for us to understand so that we can provide the system, small, medium, or large, it doesn't matter, with the best possible outcome in recovery so that you can maximize your profits and get a return on the investment.
When I started talking to Sweed, I realized that it would be a long-term partnership. It wouldn't just be someone that was going to ship us a bunch of boxes and say, here's your components, go ahead, start producing wire.
They listen to us, They worked right along with us side by side, changes and requirements that we needed. They were sympathetic to it and embedded it into our machine and our process here, and it's been really a win-win situation for all of us.
It's not just the equipment, it's not just the process that I'm referring to. I think we innovate through the way we carry on a transaction. I mean, the whole relationship from the front end, the consultation, all the way through the back end, and then after the fact when we sell it. I mean, to me, that's innovating. I mean, you're creating a completely different experience for the customer. That is innovation in my mind. And then we back that up by doing the same thing with equipment. And it can be small, modest innovations, but we apply that know-how, the experience that, by the way, we get a lot through the customer. I mean, that's how we all do this thing. We need to understand what they're experiencing, and we get that feedback in real time, and we innovate through that as well.